Hey, people listening on audio is just gonna hear and that was Jeremy dancing for everyone just tuning in.
Bam! Episode 83 of the Too Thick Pod, your home for all things sports, cards, and levity. I am Jeremy with Reckless Cards, joined as usual by Manny B and Manny 1.0, 2.0, Manny Cards 3.7, or whatever damn name he's going by this week. Good evening, young, handsome man. How are you?
Good, how are you? And it's tummy sweats to the people out there that listen to this show.
Manny, let me tell you how I'm doing. I am overworked, underpaid, underappreciated, under the weather, and still better than most. And I am so excited. I'm in a great mood. And as we're talking, I see the Wesley Snyder jersey, and that thing's got to come down because Saturday morning we are going to be USA, and going to just absolutely ragdoll the Netherlands. Next Friday, we're going to play Argentina. We're going to take Messi's punk ass, knock him out, and we're going, baby. We are going.
I believe that we will win. I believe that I was pumped watching that game. The group stages have been the third round of the group stages have been amazing. I was in today Mexico. Did you see the Mexico, Saudi Arabia, and Poland, Argentina? Basically, it almost came to a fair play, close, but where Poland was going to win because they didn't have as many yellow cards as Mexico. So how it works is it goes by points. You get 3 for a win, 1 for a draw, 0 for a loss. Mexico and Poland were tied at one point. They were tied by goals scored. Goal differential. And they were tied on that. They were tied on goals scored throughout the 3 games. So then it comes down to this fair play, and it was like -1 for a yellow, -3 for a red. And Mexico was up 7-4. So they had 3 more yellows than Poland. And if Argentina would have scored, or if they would have put 1 more in before Saudi Arabia scored, they would have been in. And Saudi Arabia scored with like the 89th minute.
Oh, they were in stoppage time when they scored.
Oh, yeah, the 98th minute or something like that.
Yeah, it was wild, man. It was wild. And you know what's crazy, too, is you got to witness Messi get absolutely stonewalled by the Polish goalkeeper who stopped more shots than anybody else in this damn tournament. And so, like, 2 of the greatest players of our generation have both been denied on penalty kicks in this World Cup. Just a weird little fun fact. But let's get back to the U.S. men's national team. So I had gotten done. We had bid a $50 million project at work. Everybody's stressing out. It was game time, and I went to a viewing party. And it's 1:30 in the afternoon, and I'm drinking a cold beer surrounded by people rooting on our men's national team. They controlled the ball. But damn, man, we need a finisher. We need somebody who can actually put the ball in the back of the net.
Oh, yeah, because the one guy that we had put his balls into the back of the net and came out the game because of it. He scored a goal, got a pelvic, a pelvic bruise is what they say, saying it is. And Pulisic said he was going to play on Saturday. But, man, putting your body on the line. You had Tyler Adams that said he couldn't even walk after the game. These kids, they're kids. We'll say that.
Third youngest team in the World Cup, Manuel. Third youngest team.
They are they have grit. Like, these guys want to win, and I'm loving it, and I'm standing behind these team. There's a couple players that I don't want to see on the field, on the pitch anymore, a.k.a. Shaq Moore. He should not see the field or the pitch anymore. I don't know if you agree with that. And Haji Wright kind of sucked against Iran. Sorry. Iran. I said it wrong. Don't want people to come yelling at me. Hey, I don't want to get yelled at. We were told that we say it wrong.
It's a shame. And I get it. Like, I truly always want to be respectful of people's cultures and our differences and stuff like that. But I feel like some of the stuff that these reporters were doing was almost trying to provoke or instigate. These are, like you said, these are young men. Some of these people are kids, and they're there to play a sport. They are not the representation of the politicians of our country.
Yep.
and some of the stuff that the media puts out. So I feel that's just an added layer of crap that these guys have to deal with in already probably less than ideal circumstance. I will tell you, compared to years past of World Cup play from this U.S. men's national team, it has been refreshing to see them be creative with the ball, to possess the ball. Because just like you had told me beforehand, you said, Jeremy, you're going to be frustrated watching Iran because they park the bus and they look to counter. And if you remember years ago, that was kind of like the U.S. men's national team was like, let's just try to D it up. And then if we can counter once in a while with like Landon Donovan, Clint Dempsey, cool. A la like the goal against Algeria, like in the 90th minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's been refreshing watching us dominate possession, get opportunities in the box, do creative stuff that you used to only see in Brazil or the Frances or the Englands of the world. Like we're actually doing that. It's just lacking that one final piece. So in my opinion, we lack a little bit of like backline defense. It's been a little suspect. The goalie hasn't conceded a goal other than one penalty kick.
Yep.
So I am very, very impressed with what this club has done. Really, they should have beat Wales. They didn't, but you move on. And I do think they stand a chance to compete with the Netherlands. Will they win? I don't know. Obviously, I'm going to cheer for them, but I do think that that's a matchup where they're not completely outclassed.
No, not at all. And Netherlands, I've been watching them. They don't look like the old Netherlands, the ones that are dominant, that went to the semifinals or the championship. They have a younger guy named Gakpo, which he's rumored to go to Man United or Real Madrid. He's a stud, but if you could lock him up, like he's kind of like Gareth Bale, we do have a chance, and I'm excited.
Yeah. I am. And so I was looking ahead because if they win that game, then the following Friday, you assume that, and I'm sorry, Sosa and Dama, but you assume Argentina gets past Australia, who's on an incredible run. Like nobody expected to see the Socceroos advancing to the round of 16.
No.
So my expectation would be that Argentina wins that game, which sets up like that will be a memory for me forever. Like one of the greatest footballers of all time. I got to see America play him and knock him out and end his run at a World Cup championship. I'm not drinking tonight, I swear.
Man, if Australia were to beat Argentina, that would be like one of the biggest upsets of all time. And I would hear it from Dama probably the rest of my life. Every day he would tell me. But I want Messi, you brought up the PK before we move on topic. You brought up the PK. You sure he didn't big brain Mexico on this? Canelo was threatening him to fight him. If he puts in that goal, Mexico could have advanced on and been like they wouldn't have been pressing so much at the end. Yes, people say they don't know the outcomes of the other games. They're on a phone call figuring out what they need to advance. And Mexico was pushing hard to score that last goal. If Messi would have scored that PK, it could have changed a lot of things. So Messi might have big brained him. Missed the PK on purpose. I was messing with people saying, that's how good Messi is. He's big braining Mexico because all I heard last week was, "Where's Messi? Where's Messi? Where's Messi?" Or Canelo trying to fight him when he sees him.
So you saw then in the early games when France was down a goal.
Yep.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And our ton friends were over on the sideline watching the game because at that point there was a shooter's chance of them advancing. And so that just made for incredible TV, incredible cinema if you understood, the way soccer works. And I will tell you, my favorite thing thus far about this World Cup has been the amount of just crazy cards that I've seen. And going into the World Cup, I had mentioned like, man, I kind of want to go all in on soccer cards. My fear is the community here stateside just isn't big enough where you get the activity because I get bored. I like to transact. I like to buy new stuff. I like to get rid of stuff. And I just don't know if it's there yet to just put all my money just in soccer cards because some of it's just so fucking dope, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. We're seeing in all these auction houses some big ass cards coming up over and over and over. Not just soccer, like basketball. Football, I've seen that damn Tom Brady every auction out of 90, 100. See that all the time. I see Patrick Mahomes, one of ones, Luka Doncic, one of ones, last premier auction. It's insane. Right now, Golden has Aaron Judge, the 62nd home run ball up for auction.
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Manny's gonna bitch and complain. Here we go.
And it's at $1 million for the 7th best of all time in a single season record.
When does this auction end?
Next month, I would believe so. Sometime next.
So we're already at $1 million.
Yeah.
What did the Pujols 700 ball go for?
Less than $1 million. It's already over what the Pujols actually did.
So in a way, you are saying you would much rather have like an all-time great home run ball, the 700th ball hit, versus a home run ball that was number 62, which is the 7th best single season home run record. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. Is that like a New York thing, or why the hell is that ball going for so much?
So I actually text Cage today and I said, why the hell is this at $1 million? It's the 7th best. Cage was like, it's a New York Yankee thing. And he did it clean. And I said, clean now. Because everyone that's done it in the past that's above him have been steroid or cork bat. But I don't know. I still have that conspiracy that they started to give him juice balls, just like they did with Pujols to get him to his 700. It's for TV and views. MLB wants money.
I never got the sense that Aaron Judge was a cheat. I mean, he's like, what, 6'14", 400 pounds. The guy's like a linebacker playing baseball. He's just a massive human being. My fear in this day and age where the technology is so advanced that you can take different drugs, hormones, testosterones, things that like can enhance your ability to either heal, to be better at whatever activity you're playing. How much would it suck to get this ball that ends at, what is it going to be? 2 million, 3 million, 4 million bucks, whatever this ball goes for, to find out later in life that something comes out. And the thing that draws my attention to that is the Brady's last touchdown pass.
Yeah.
The guy wins it, spends a shit ton of money, and then like 2 weeks later, Brady's like, yeah, I'm coming out of retirement. I wonder if that's in the mind of a collector thinking like, oh crap, now I just need this guy to remain healthy, hopefully go on to have, I think the better off Judge's career is, probably provides a little more value to the ball, even though that's specific to that season. But then like, please don't kill anybody. Please don't, I guess that's the thing athletes do. Don't show your dick to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Please try not to do that and then just retire gracefully. It's just that's crazy.
When's if someone next year hits 63? This ball is worthless now, right?
Well, I don't even know how you would enjoy baseball at that point, because then you're just actively rooting against a specific player every at bat.
Yeah, I don't know. It ends December 7th, I believe.
So it's not. Days. So there's like 8 or 9 days left, not another month.
Sorry, 17th. It's 16 days from now.
Okay.
That's what it says. December 17th. Yep. And they also have that's ending in 2 days. I want to pull this up because I want you to see this. Let me pull it up. Share screen. We'll have Golden auction. This site, I have no idea how to work this site. It confuses the shit out of me. But the featured doesn't, because it's right here. Look at this. Maradona game used with the photo match. One bid, 2 days left at 100,000. And then you have this nasty I wanted to show you this because you just brought up soccer cards that are nasty. Look at this. 2 out of 5.
Yeah, that's awesome.
At 65,000. But yeah, here's the ball. Historic Aaron Judge. And it's funny because it's like with the Pujols ball, I'm seeing more people, I'm not going to claim, but more people pumping this card or this ball, which Golden's doing it his auction, right? Rather than the Pujols ball. And that Pujols ball, there's been 4 people, 4 in the history of the MLB that's hit 700 home runs. Why wouldn't you want that ball? 4. Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron. Who am I missing? Barry Bonds, Albert Pujols. Like, come on. I would want the Albert Pujols ball. This doesn't make sense to me. This is not even the home run leader.
In my being, I knew the right thing to do was to like give you the answer, but you were so amped up, it just made for like the asshole in me. Like, this is just better to let him like just get heated and hang him out there on an island by himself for a minute.
It doesn't make. I guess it's just me, maybe, because it doesn't make sense. Because, like I said, 6th, 7th all time single season. Yes, he's the first of best in the AL. Not in the whole MLB. You got Barry Bonds up there, Sammy Sosa 3 times, Mark McGwire twice. I believe I got that all correct.
I can look at this without any bias because I hate the Cardinals. I'm a Cubs fan, and I don't particularly care for their Yankees and their facial hair rules. I would rather have the Pujols ball.
Me too. Let's start. We should do a clip or post
something.
Yeah, and then have like people pick which one they would rather have.
All right.
Most people are going to want the home run ball.
This is a true hobby house when I'm going to use this as a notebook.
All right. I like it.
Pujols ball pull.
Yeah, there you go.
You gave the intern the night off, so I have to do this shit.
Hell, you could even put Miguel Cabrera's 3,000 hit because that happened this year too, but no one's going to do that.
Yeah, Miggy. Well, I mean, that's what Ken Golden's going to do. He's got the ball, right? Doesn't he pump everything up? And it's always like some variation of like, I am holding the most expensive baseball ever sold. And then he's like at Times Square and there's like a fucking Coke bottle in the background. And I mean, can I tell you, I'm not going to. One thing that I'm gonna get killed for this, and I know I'm gonna say it against my better judgment. Listening to that man drink liquids on Instagram Lives is one of my least favorite things in the world. It's like he has cotton mouth and he's drinking sandpaper, and he's always like, and then instead of just like leaving the damn Perrier open, he takes the lid on and off a million times.
That's what rich people do.
No, I have something that's called misphonia. I'm serious. Google it. M-I-S. Here, I got it right here. Misphonia. This is a real thing that I have.
Jeremy, look. You're going to be real pissed.
360,000. Yeah.
He's like, That's insane. 360,000. And this is on Golden as well. I didn't see him pumping up this home run ball. I don't know.
Yeah, so misphonia is something that, like, when I hear, and it's people who chew with their mouth open or make mouth noises while eating, it makes me irrationally angry.
Turn into the Hulk?
No, I am dead. That's probably why, like, I try to go to the fanciest restaurants because I just hope that like people have some level of class. My wife has one rule for me where it's like at the dinner table, like I can be king shit and nobody can say anything just because I'm like all about etiquette and table manners. So it's like I don't even like, if we're out in the backyard and I'm being hard on the kids, Courtney will tell me to go pound sand and that's that because mom is the boss. But when it comes to the dinner table, one of those little bastards are eating with their mouth open or making some noises. Like, stop it. I will put you all up for adoption right now. I am dead serious. So it's not really anything technically. It's more of a me thing and not a Ken thing. But I like the hobby, and like I would watch him jump on, and he does it makes me so pissed off.
You're gonna have people do that. You're gonna have people do that in front of you now,
dude. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm looking. I jotted down some notes, and it's funny because you got pissed off about a home run ball. I, long time ago, joined a company and utilized their service because I thought it would be a good idea. And they decided to change who they are and what they're about. I'm talking about a company called StarStock. And these folks sent me an email and told me if I'm not utilizing their platform, they're going to start charging me $5 a month.
That's insane. That's stupid.
I sent them my cards. They sat in a warehouse for God knows how long before they've ever got ingested. Then all the activity on the platform just up and disappeared. Then they were doing breaks. Then they were doing like grading straight from their vault where they were grading the cards as they were coming in. Then you ask them to get your cards back, and all of a sudden they're constantly changing their fee structure where it's like if you sold the cards for $100 a card, you'd be better off than the $110 they're going to charge you per card to get it back. And now they're telling me that they're going to charge me $5 a month for cards that are sitting there that I can't sell to anybody because nobody uses the damn thing.
That's so stupid. Like, what are you going to do? Just give them the cards at this point?
What can I do? I didn't even realize, it's stupid on me, but I had some money sitting in my account. So I unloaded that. They sent me a note, said it'll be like 3 to 4 days and I'll see it. But
oh yeah, they had to wait till their checks cleared to make sure.
I posted everything at like $2, $40 card, $2, just sunken cost, I guess.
Hey, this might be a good opportunity to go buy these cards and grade them though.
If you can get them.
Well, I'm saying that people can't you buy them and have them shipped to you?
Yeah, but supposedly like they're now getting to like May and June or something like that. They're way behind.
What the hell are they doing? They were doing NFTs at one point, right? They still
heard about them. You heard about them. They were in your face, and then
exactly. Well, now they're charging people to keep their cards in their vault.
I like the idea, and now that I think of it, wasn't P. Ryan an investor in that company?
I have no idea.
Like I used to think back in the day, he would share something and then he would put like, either way, I don't want to. This is a positive show, but yeah, man, they're gonna fucking charge me.
Yeah,
they're gonna charge me. I was a good soldier. Every time I sent cards off to StarStock, I tagged them. I took a picture. Here's my 75 cards, 100 cards. Like I was going through my cards. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get them on this marketplace, and I'm gonna turn, $201 cards into a slab.
Yeah, that's stupid. Well, that's why I'm kind of figuring ComC is kind of like that. You just can't buy it, right? Or you can't like own the card, sell it really quick. But it was a good idea. I don't know why they stopped. I mean, it's like fantasy. Like they kept saying it's like fantasy with the card world. Because, I mean, if Bobo had a good game, you could sell your Bobos. You could buy before the hype. So you're like watching the actual, like, for example, the World Cup. You have these cards. Pulisic hits a goal, boom, cards go crazy, and you could sell your cards at that moment. I don't know. But to have you charge $5 a month and they won't even give you your cards until like July of next year, so stupid.
It's like $5, whatever. Like I'm fortunate, like $5 is not going to make or break me, but for somebody who took a chance, folks work hard. Nobody wants to just throw away $5. But I feel like it's like just an annoying enough number where it's going to like, there's that like threshold where like if it's like $10 or $15, somebody's going to take immediate action. $5 is going to be like, oh, that chaps my ass. I'm going to fix that, but I'll do it later because I'm doing something else. And then you forget about it. And then the next month you get hit with that. It's annoying, man. It's annoying.
Oh yeah. Well, they're increasing their stuff. A lot of the grading companies are lowering their cost. I saw PSA going to $15 for a sub submission. I think you got to be in a sub group though, or like have a sub account or something. I think
it's just no. It's just the caveat is modern cards.
Modern cards. It doesn't matter if it's like part of. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good, right?
This isn't where you have to be like a member or have a subscription or whatever it is.
And SGCs and BGS are both at like 18, right? Around that price range.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. We all know that a PSA 10 carries a premium relative to everything outside of a Black Label and the SGC Gold. At a certain point, I think people are starting to realize like, hey, if this isn't like a super super high end card, I might sacrifice a little bit of margin to get with SGC. SGC seems to be a little bit more, I don't even say consistent. I just think that it might be a little bit easier right now to get a dime, as the kids would say, or a gem from SGC. Get that card, sell it, get that money, move it back to something else. So at a certain point, I think PSA, with things slowing down, the thought process might have been like, how do we, they're going to get the cards back quicker because they're not getting as much volume. How can we, being at the same price point doesn't make sense. So like maybe if we provide a couple dollar savings, and essentially that couple dollar savings offsets the duration that you're going to be out of pocket with your cards or out of hand.
Yeah, time is valuable in the hobby. I've learned, right? You wait a week and your cards are down 50%. So, like you said, SGC, getting your cards back in like 2 weeks, and they're perfect to send in cards that are less than $100 and selling for like $200 to $300. It's insane. You can make so much money and kind of rinse and repeat. But when you're sending a PSA $15, it's awesome to do. But I would send more of like the valuable cards on that $15 than the one under $100, because you're going to be waiting for a little bit to get your card back.
Yeah. And it's funny because everybody participates in this hobby in a different way. And so it's kind of cool to share it and see what works for others. And, what might work for me might not work for you because you might put an emphasis on something else.
Yep. And it's crazy because we were even talking to that guy at the card show about it. And he was talking about how he got a scanner and he could scan like 100 cards and post so much on eBay. And then you were like, and then you said something different about eBay, how you do it. And then I was like, I could just send it to a consignment because consignment has less fees than eBay. Or there's this option on PWCC or this option on a different. It's so crazy how you can make money in the hobby. It's cool to kind of like figure out your role on what to do to make money. I haven't figured it out, obviously. So I'm still looking.
It is. And like, I talk about it all the time, which is goofy. Like I love the cards, but I'm just like constantly like, well, what if you tried this, or what if you did this, or why don't these two companies work together? And this makes sense to me. Like that's been my favorite part of the hobby outside of like the relationships, is just like trying new things. And it's funny because you take things for granted. And I also, like, I've started to realize lately is when I go places, I talk in a way that I realize this. Your average person at a card show doesn't consume 30, 40, 50 hours of hobby content a week. So oftentimes I'm talking in a way where I'm talking about a post I saw that I just assume everybody knows. And like most people are like, don't even know the backstory or what the hell I'm talking about or what company did what. And I'm like, ooh. Well,
that's kind of like what you did to me before the show. You told me PWCC and SGC were partnering up. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
And so
yeah.
PWCC now has, then they start with BGS. Then it was CGS. Now SGC.
Yes. And what they're doing is pretty much, let me get all my pop-ups out of the way. Looks like they're doing like a one-stop shop. Where you could
send something similar. Yeah, like you just send in your raw cards to PWCC, they get it graded, then put it right away on a weekly or a premier auction, depending on the value.
Yep, and it's $20 a card, which I think this is going to help the buyers rather than the sellers. And hear me out. Kind of like what you brought up the other day. They've been increasing the weekly auction. I think last week they had the most cards on their weekly auction, right? And this is with CSG. Imagine now with SGC, how many more cards are going to be on these weekly auctions. And if you could go digging for trash, I would say, because people aren't looking at it, man, you could get some steals on these auction houses. And I feel like this, hear me out. I don't know how many auction, like,
chill, dude, I'm listening.
I think 11,000 for this week on cards listed for this weekly auction. Watch it raise to like 15, 16 in a couple months. And that's the time to, I mean, now is the time to buy, but just imagine we're gonna get some steals. I'm pumped.
So wait. So you're what you're saying is, and I'm gonna put words in your mouth. You correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah,
Hold on, yeah, let's go right there. We'll touch on that. Can you go
right here?
What you're saying is there's gonna be so many people taking advantage of this service, because think about it, you're only paying shipping one time. That's shipping raw cards there. If you were doing it the other way, you're paying to ship it to your group sub or to PWCC correctly. They're sending it packed. Then you have to package the slabs and hope that they get there without being damaged, or USPS does what they do best and just make it disappear.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, there's a marketplace that still something that you and me talk casually and take for granted. So many people don't even know it exists or even look at it. So you're saying somebody who's going to spend a couple of minutes and browsing through with this surplus of cards on this platform that most folks still don't know about, you're going to be able to get cards at a steal.
Yeah. I mean, look at $25 for Beckett, 20 cards, $20 per CSG, 20 for SGC, and MBA.
Mike Baker. So you can send in raw cards.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. And he's like a certified grader, right?
I believe, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, Mike Baker was like at one point grader for PSA.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And he does like the eye appeal stickers, kind of like PWCC has their eye appeal stickers. He does like the NBA Black Diamond.
Yep, you're right. So I just think what's going to cause this is because there's a lot of CSG slabs on there. There's going to be less CSG slabs except like Pokemon, because that seems like their wheelhouse. And we're going to see a lot more SGC slabs because PWCC or SGC is partnered with a lot of group submitters in the hobby that are partnered with PWCC as well. And I think they're going to probably do a group submission. They're probably going to have to combine it with these group submissions where they could send it right to the vault for customers.
Yeah, I mean, PWCC, I'm a fan. And I'm not like, I was not ever utilizing their service when all the bad stuff, was allegedly taking place. That was well before my time. But I've been like their tech, their website is the best, except I need to figure out how to tell me a running total so I don't have to sell a kidney when I go crazy on a Sunday night. But it's one of my favorite things to do. And it's cool because the Wharf is always on Instagram asking questions, and they're very poignant and direct. And knowing that he's an employee, he's obviously doing, R&D, just out there getting it. And I fully expect to see some of the stuff that he shared to be implemented with the fine folks over at PWCC.
Yep, I agree. Well, it's gonna be good. Like I said, good buying opportunity for us too. We're gonna take advantage of it. We're probably gonna bid on each other. That would suck. We're gonna have to at one point like show each other what we're bidding on. So we're like, okay, I'm not gonna bid you on this card if you don't bid me on this card.
So can I get enough about them and more about me? People come in here to hear us talk about PWCC. They're not paying us, and so therefore they don't get to take our airwaves. But I have an update. You told me I was an idiot. My wife told me I was.
No, I did not say an idiot. I did not say.
You said more like dumb piece of shit, something like that. I don't
remember. That was because you took money out of my pocket when you could have just PayPal'd them.
Correct. So this is still just a portion of what do we got here? Gold Wave, Kobe White slabs.
Yeah.
Still and there's more beyond this. These are all. Was that Noir RPA?
Yeah,
more slabs, a bunch of Noir stuff. Everybody told me I was crazy for picking up that lot at 15 hundo.
Your wife told you.
And I sold a kaboom before coming on tonight, and I still have the Galactic, the Genesis. I sold a couple of golds the other week. I have now on 3 cards, $950.
There you go. I mean, I thought it was a good deal when you showed me the cards because that guy just wanted to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And now, like, obviously tonight they're playing like crap against the Suns, but he's starting to get into a nice little routine. He dropped 15 the other night, and he's like, a flashy dunk, a couple of deep threes, and all of a sudden he's sexy. So, yeah, I posted the Kaboom today on Discord, and I had multiple people reach out about that card and that card only.
That's why Matt DM'd me and said, I can't believe Jeremy's selling a Kobe White. I was so confused when he DM'd me that. So he must be in that Discord group with you.
Yeah, he must have, and he listened to the pod or something like that.
Yeah. So
because he messaged me, and I shout out to Frat Matt. I had no idea what the hell he's talking about. And like he's like, I listened to the pod. I'm like, oh, okay, I got you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited. I sold that. So yeah, it's like $950, and I still have the gold, the black gold prism with the auto.
Yeah.
That I still have a couple of the big cards, a couple of stuff numbered out of 8 and stuff like that. So barring a massive injury right now, it looks like I'm going to come out well ahead on that deal.
I wish I would have found like that kind of collection for Jaren Jackson Jr. because he's lower on the lower end, and I like him a lot. But that's like a once-in-a-lifetime collection that just popped in like your lap pretty much.
Well, who would have thought in like the most northern part of Michigan, south of the UP, that somebody would have a Kobe White collection and there would be a Kobe White collector there?
Yeah, you're grinning ear to ear.
Yeah. It was nice. It was a nice weekend. We had cigars, we had drinks, we played arcade games. We, it was a good time.
Oh yeah, it was. Did you?
Go ahead. No, you. No, I'm the loud one. I talk all the time. You go ahead, sir.
Did you see yesterday card porn? This kind of just random news. Card porn just disappeared and then reappeared. He's like Batman.
He or she, they or them, disappeared and
then
came back with like 30,000 more followers a couple days after posting, accusing other people of buying followers. So I'm not really sure what's going on.
I know. I'm pretty bummed. They blocked double coverage, my homies.
They're blocking everybody. Why did double coverage get blocked?
Double coverage knows who knows the guy that originally started it.
Wasn't he from Australia?
He's from Australia.
The food porn guy?
Yeah. So yeah. It's the same guy. So
yeah. So they blocked him. Wow, that's so weird, man.
And if you want to hear his name, go listen to the double coverage. They basically called him out on his full name. So
yeah, my first time seeing him was on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
LinkedIn. And I'm like, and like LinkedIn, if you look at somebody's profile, they see like, it shows you who the creepers are. Like on a side note, when people look at my LinkedIn, I always screenshot it where it says viewed your profile. I send it to them and I'm like, creep, how can I help you?
I get that too. Mostly it's people from my work, so I get a little nervous. But
oh, you're on LinkedIn?
Yeah. I've never updated it.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You gonna call me out on it?
Oh, I'm connecting with you.
We already connected. When you're doing that, did you want to talk about our favorite segment of the show?
Yeah, dude. So we made it a point that we weren't going to ever force the issue. Like when we do thickest of the week, it has to be organic and natural. And so like over the last couple of weeks, there just wasn't, we didn't see anything. We just wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Today, it hit me. It's like when it was, like probably the feeling after you have your sports card release. That's what it felt like, because I was like, I had thickest of the week block. Oh, yeah. And then the thickest of the week block went away. I saw something called Cocaine Bear. And what's crazy is like every thickest now is either like a bear.
For you, it's a bear.
Yeah, like the what was it, the fat fuck bear challenge or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and on a side note, go Google that. There's some controversy about who the most fat ass bear is.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I thought it would have been corny to like use that as thickest of the week. It would be like, milking it or going to the well one too often.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw a movie that's coming out in February of 23 called Cocaine Bear, and this is some thick ass behavior. And I think Manny's got it all queued up.
Yep. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
It would have been cooler if when I said queued up, it like started playing right away, like we were professional.
Well, I mean, you distracted me and said the fattest bear contest controversy.
Oh yeah, no, dude, do that offline, man. Don't distract.
I went right to it.
Okay.
I mean,
make it full screen. I thought you had it queued up.
I do. It's right here.
All right.
Full screen. Here we go.
Yes.
Ready?
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh, blood. Can you turn up the movie a little bit?
Turn it up.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Beth, we should go.
Fun fact is they used a real bear to make this movie.
This morning in Knoxville, Tennessee.
There's more of this out there. They dumped it somewhere.
I'm looking for my daughter.
Parks is a dangerous place.
Hey, Henry, check it out. Something got into it. A deer, maybe.
Yes.
A lot of
Oh, the music.
cocaine was lost.
Ray Liotta's getting ready to go rat on somebody. Bear's jamming.
No, don't eat that. Don't eat that.
Dude, all right, can you pause it for a second? My man, Cocaine Bear, just swallowed an effing brick of coke. He swallowed it. He's chilling.
Yeah.
He is chilling. He swallowed the whole damn thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gone. He didn't break it open. He didn't get himself a snooter. He didn't get himself, a little bump. He didn't do any. He swallowed the whole damn brick.
And you know what happens when you? Well, I don't know what happens when you do cocaine.
No, but, I do not. I have never even seen said drug outside of movies. But allegedly, it you're gonna lose a little bit of weight. Yeah. So this is a bear who was feeling sluggish, wanted to party a little bit, and wanted to shed some pounds, and he felt like straight consumption of, some Colombian A1 Yola was the answer. So he swallowed the damn brick. And so to answer one of the greatest rappers of all time, Stitches, if you put the brick in Cocaine Bear's face, you know what he's going to do with it? He's going to swallow it. Do you know who Stitches is?
Yeah, you did not bring up Stitches on this.
Yeah. I put that brick in your face. Now what you going to do with it? And Cocaine Bear just comes strutting in. He's like, nah, fam, I got this. All right, so let's get it going, man. Cocaine Bear. I feel like he's gonna rage out now. And I love the music.
The bear, it fucking did cocaine.
Yes. Uh-oh.
A bear did
Hit a brick of cocaine. I want to see a human.
There was a bear.
A bear?
It was more.
Hey, that's inappropriate.
Oh, Cocaine Bear.
You're safe. Bears can't climb trees.
Of course I can.
It kind of seems like the thing that stays with the man forever.
Apex predator.
Oh, this is
High on cocaine. Thought it was
So great.
Oh man, you fucked.
What the fuck is wrong with that bear? Shoot it, man! Get speed up!
Get higher, baby, and don't ever come down.
Dude, tell me that is not thickest of the week.
You're something else.
Dude, you don't think that shit looks fresh?
It does. The dude had cocaine on him, and the bear was so addicted to the cocaine, flew up that tree.
He did. He was going to go and see. Even the decision making of Cocaine Bear is on point for what it is to be Thicc. He was going up. He was going to exert that energy to go up the tree to get the little kid that had a mop for a head, and just realized, if I'm going to exert this energy to ninja my way up a tree, I'm going for that fat fucking human. And that's what Cocaine Bear did. I appreciate Cocaine Bear's decision making, because he thought about it for a minute. Yeah, and then when he realized that going this way was the wrong direction, he didn't hem and haw. No, he reversed course. He put it into overdrive. He made up for lost time, got up there, and ate the fat human. Now, can you correct me on one thing that I am, as I'm thinking through this, because I want Cocaine Bear to be the coolest thing ever? You know, you go in people's homes or like the gyms, and there's like the dads who were born in the 60s, and they've got like the Chuck Norris, where he's like standing like this with like the American flag bandana.
Yeah. I
want like Cocaine Bear posters in my garage when I'm out there drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon or whatever old white people evolve into.
You missed it though.
But here's the thing. I thought people who are partaking in the booger sugar, you know what I mean, don't necessarily have an appetite. So I'm confused as to why Cocaine Bear is out eating. Otherwise, he is a savant, and he's truly living that Thicc lifestyle that even when you're not supposed to be doing something thick, Cocaine Bear is still doing something thick.
The best Thicc moment in that whole preview was, instead of eating that guy, he just laid on him.
Yeah.
Tired.
He's chilling. Thick people gotta chill, bro.
He just laid on him, and the guy.
You're not like, you don't fucking tell me looking over your left shoulder. I see like 4 or 5 steps. Don't tell me after you hit those 4 or 5 steps, you don't chill for a few minutes, take a breather, get some electrolytes in your system, and keep it moving.
Yeah, if I don't, I'm passing out.
That's what I'm saying. And bears are wired a little bit differently. You know what I mean? They can afford to chill. They're not as jacked up as humans.
Yeah, exactly. So funny.
And I just feel like Cocaine Bear would be more fun to hang out with than like Cocaine Tony. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tony with the wife beater with the hair sticking out, comb over, but Bear is bald with just 3 hairs. That's Uncle Tony.
Dude. So what do you got? What are your sports predictions for this week? Anything that you want to touch on?
No.
There is no Hey, here's the thing. There is no segue from Cocaine Bear. There is no clean way to be like, well, speaking of eating human beings, like there is no way. It's just like you just end and be like, hey, episode 83 of the Too Thick Pod. Thank you, Cocaine Bear. You can follow him at Cocaine Bear. You can also follow him on my Instagram. I have now already tweeted about Cocaine Bear.
Did you really?
Dude, you don't think that movie looks absolutely spectacular?
It does.
No, don't just lie to appease me.
No, it does. Because it's going to be hilarious. That movie's going to be hilarious.
But that was a real bear, dude.
That wasn't a...
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
Just think of like Johnny Depp or Leo DiCaprio when they get into a role, they like try to live with the person they're going to portray. That's who they become. That's what Cocaine Bear did. He was National Geographic Bear. He had like a silver spoon in his ass kind of bear life, but he wanted to be Cocaine Bear. So he had to live a life of hard drugs and street time. Not cool. You know what I mean? Because you don't come out of that like okay in the dome. Yeah. But for classic cinema, Cocaine Bear did it.
Oh.
This has been an incredible episode of the Too Thick Pod. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, do whatever. I don't give a shit. Buy me a ticket to Cocaine Bear. I'm all in.
Oh, and I hope everyone enjoyed that hobby release. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Tummy Sticks, Meat Sweat, Cocaine Bear.